And away we go. It is the nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com, brought to you by our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. As always, visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com to download the app for Android, iPhone, everything in Galactic. Get yourself down to Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up and save yourself 15%. All right, Aaron. It's been an eventful day on the Bearcat front as news broke this morning. We had a live show earlier today.
We did.
Anthony DeFino jumped in and joined us. If you're interested, go check that out.
Him and that mustache, man.
I mean, what a stash that was.
I couldn't grow one like that if I wanted to.
Italian Fest this weekend, he said. He's excited for Italian Fest. He didn't get to make it last year. I think it's supposed to be like 70 degrees, 75, 80 degrees, and really nice this weekend.
Is that the one on the west side?
No, Italian Fest is at
downtown
in Newport.
Okay.
In Newport, right on the levee. Okay. So it's a good one. The Bearcats they have a date. We have a date. Big 12 is officially official. And not that UC has been accepted, but that UC now knows when things are happening, when day one. Like they had a day one campaign without knowing day one, Aaron. That's it's a very proactive strategy. We have a day one ready campaign. When's day one?
You had
not sure yet.
You had to though. You knew it was in the realm, right? And you knew that if they didn't get it done, it was either this week or next week. Then it wasn't going to get done for 2023.
It was always going to get done
look,
there were
a lot of moving pieces.
The American had to move. Like they had to get those 3 schools out. They have 6 schools coming in. Those 6 schools didn't want to stay in Conference USA for another year and make no money in Conference USA. They were all banking on getting to the American and getting a higher percentage of a paycheck, significantly higher paycheck. So it was going to get done. It had to get done. There was no way around it. It was just a matter of when did we get the announcement?
Well, and you brought up the money thing, right? Where it was either you could pay out $10 million over the course of 4 years. Yeah. Or you could pay out, what was it, $18 million over the course of 14 years. With inflation the way it's been going, we got
more details on that as the day went on. Cincinnati, Houston, and UCF have to pay half of that
up front
by 2025, 2024, 2025.
Okay.
So within the first 2 years, they have to pay half of it.
Okay.
And then the other half, the other $9 million, gets spread out through 20. What?
You said it was $7 million up front or half?
No, half.
Okay, half, $9 million.
Yeah, half $9 million.
Gotcha.
So they have to pay out the other $9 million over 12 years. Okay. So, or 11 years. I think it's 3 years to pay the first 9. That's what it is. 3 years to pay the first $9 million, and then 11 years to pay the next $9 million. So still,
like I said,
great deal.
With inflation the way it's been going, we were paying $2-3 for gas. What, just like a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, and now we're paying $5.
Last Tuesday.
Now we're paying over $5 a gallon of gas. So inflation's going crazy. Good. They spread it out as long as you can because it's going to be a completely different value once all's said and done.
The Americans we'll take the Bobby Bonilla, Ken Griffey Jr. Exit plan.
Why wouldn't you?
Just pay us forever. So yeah, the good news is now you can kind of start figuring out what your schedule looks like, what your out of conference philosophy is. Basketball has agreed to stay at 18 games in the Big 12. We don't know about divisions. Probably won't know that for through the summer. At least now that everything is situated, they can get a better handle on getting everybody on the same page on what they want to do. Does football stay at 9 games, which I think they will? If it's without divisions, what's the format? So there's a lot of back end clerical stuff now that at least with this out of the way, the path opens for a lot of these secondary decisions to start being made, right? Because the conference, even UC and UCF and Houston and BYU have been a part of the conference meetings. But now that there's a date, like it all feels a little bit more official, and maybe you can move a little quicker on getting some of these secondary things put in motion.
Well, you know what the most pressing question is then for the fans, right? Does that mean on July 1st, 2023, we can all get rid of the ESPN Plus subscriptions?
Well, no, because one, they'll still be using that for the Big 12, and two, there's a new contract that's going to be up in 2025 that's about to enter that window to be negotiated. Yeah, I mean, everybody, right? Look, streaming is a lot different. Like, I know people still scoff at streaming, but you stream everything. Why would you not stream some of your sports?
I get it. I think it's more along the line of the budget that ESPN Plus gave to the American Conference that we're all just over, right? Because sometimes it was shoddy cameras and shoddy audio. Sometimes it was
when you're
terrible crews and all of that. Yeah, I mean,
when you're making an extra $40 million a year, you can invest in your infrastructure a little bit more. Now, it sounds like they'll be at about 50% of the revenue the first 3 years.
Right.
And then in 2025, when the new TV deal hits, that they'll move into a full share.
So for those who were saying, why does the university cry poor? And then they're going to make a decision like this to spend $18 million to move conferences because they're going to be making money hand over fist from what they were prior to.
The best part about that was I explained in that tweet.
People hear what they want to hear.
And they still bitched.
People hear what they want to hear.
I explained. Yes, they are paying $18 million to leave, but they're going to be making somewhere between $43 and $50 million a year by 2025.
I'm just waiting for that first article from the school paper to come out talking about how they still can't believe how much money has been invested into the football program when they're losing half of it for the deal that they signed to join the new conference. All right, well, let's fast forward to 2025. Why don't we do that?
Right. That stuff, it's so short-sighted. It's so short-sighted. That's the thing. It's so short-sighted. It's picking a fight just to pick a fight. Because guess what? All of that investment that they've made over the past 10, 15, 20 years got them to this point today where they're going into a situation where money is going to be flooding into the athletic department.
But Chad, they're building an indoor practice facility, and that's going to cost so much money.
They pay Luke Fickell $4 million a year. Yeah, well, if you were good at your job, somebody would pay you $4 million a year. But you're not. You're on Twitter bitching, like you got your hand in somebody else's pocket. I'll never ever bitch about how much somebody makes.
What do they say? What do they say about sales? Right? Don't ever sell out of your own pocket. Sell out of theirs.
Right.
You aren't responsible for their bills. Don't worry about their bills. Sell out of their pocket.
That pesky Luke Fickell and his salary really going to be the end of the university. Okay.
Sure.
You're right. I just read that, the response to my response, and I just went, I'm not getting into this today. I'm not doing this today.
Not today.
Not today.
Today's a good day.
I'm not doing this today, lady.
It was like, I mean,
get out.
Getting back to today, though, I mean, a weight off the shoulders of the entire, I mean, you could almost hear the fan base, even from Athens, you could almost hear the fan base collectively exhale just a sigh of relief, right? Because we know that there is an end sight now. We know July 1st, 2023 is that date. And we know that this thing is really happening. It's not no longer can you say, when is it happening? Is it ever going to happen? What's going to happen? Something's going to happen. We're used to something happening. What's going to happen? It's the tip.
It's going to be 2024, isn't it? It's so far away.
2025 after Texas and Oklahoma leave. When is this actually going to happen?
Well, 2024 would have been when the exit from the American.
You just have the people with the sky is falling mentality.
What's it mean for basketball? I'll tell you what it means, Aaron. It's hard. It's hard.
It's the best. It's the best conference. It's the best basketball conference. And somebody on Twitter today, I wish I could credit half these people that I reference, brought up the fact that, like, what's UConn think right now as they planned an exit strategy that cost them, I believe, $14 million when they exited?
No, they paid 17.
17 million. All right, 1 million less. So they got out. They got out, and they made it to the new Big East, and we're doing okay.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if they were still around to see if they would have taken one of these spots. I don't know that they would have.
I don't think so either. I mean, certainly you bring something to the basketball side, but this conference is largely based on football.
Well, the expansion is largely based on football. The conference, basketball-wise, is doing pretty good. Like, it's doing pretty good.
But I think
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what UConn added would have added basketball-wise to what is already established. And football-wise, there's no way those Texas teams were going to want to go to Storrs, Connecticut.
I was going to say the travel alone
in November
would have been so hard.
It's hard. You ever been to Storrs? Storrs in November? It's hard. Play game late at night. Fly home 5 o'clock in the morning.
Send kids
get them kids to class. It's hard. It's hard. Thank God UCF created sports for all of us to enjoy this, but it's hard. I'm working. That's double. I doubled up there. I got the UCF joke and the Hugs joke in at the same time.
They call that a twofer.
Yeah. Kathy's going to be upset about these Bob Huggins jokes. I'll tell you that right now.
And the UCF joke.
Look, Kathy, running jokes, you know what? They're hard. Running jokes are hard. We're still traumatized from Dave After Dark last night. He was still sending us videos of Club Canopy.
I don't think he was sober
in the morning.
I don't think he was sober when he was sending pictures this afternoon.
Might be true.
Did he go to bed?
Yes, I think so. When I talked to him, he was out at the pool with Will.
Did he go to jail?
I don't think so. I didn't get a jail vibe.
Well, he said he wanted the cops called on him, so I don't know.
They were going until like 2:30 in the morning at Club Canopy last night. If you didn't catch you got to catch the BCJ podcast from last night, and you got to watch the video version on YouTube. It was one of the all-timers. What do you think about a Dave After Dark shirt, Aaron? I think we have to do that, don't we?
I think it should be a limited thing.
No.
You don't think so? You think it should just be full bore?
Well, I mean, it's 513 shirts, so like if you want to buy it, you just buy it. Like,
okay,
we could re-promote it every time we
just thought it should be like dark, just like a limited edition, though, right? Like where it's only strictly for giveaways or something like that. Where have
no. I can't wait to see people at games wearing their Dave After Dark, like however the design comes out.
Would it be something that Taylor did? Because I saw that.
No,
I saw the edit that she made today.
The edit was funny. No, that would be
fantastic.
It would be a Mike Galati 513 shirts deal.
Well, then I'm even more excited to see what the caricature of Dave looks like.
You think we could get a cannonball, like right as he hits the water, like that?
I agree with whoever's in the chat last night saying that cannonball was subpar. And
it was subpar.
It wasn't
a great cannonball.
No, it wasn't. But I think that pool was fairly shallow, so I can understand where he'd be a bit
holding
hesitant.
Up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's Friday. Cincinnati's going to the Big 12. I've had a long week. I'm ready to chill.
Well,
So,
we also talked 40 minutes about the Big 12 venture earlier today. But
yeah.
we have content.
Wanted to get something a little quick hitter up. If you missed that one today, the big part of it you want to go watch is Anthony DeFina. There's the associate athletic director. He's kind of John Cunningham's right-hand man. He joined us in about halfway, a little over halfway through that podcast vlog. Would that be a vlog, what we did today?
Not 40 minutes. I'm not watching a 40-minute vlog. I'll tell you that.
Whatever. It is, whatever you want to call it is what it was.
Yeah.
Go check that out.
Donate increments of 12.
That's what everybody's been doing.
What he asked.
They have something now that's set up. If you go through the Day One Ready campaign, where they'll take out $12 a month for the rest of 2022. That's
also,
kind of what they were suggesting.
I saw somebody on Twitter, I think it was Eichel, suggest 7134 or 7123.
23. Yeah.
If you wanted to donate that for whatever commemoration you decide to make that donation. But we did want to make sure to mention it again here. Just do what you can to support your university as they make this venture into the unknown.
Yep. All right, Aaron.
Chad.
I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow might be our off day for this week. It might be Sunday. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what the news cycle
turns out
brings. Yeah. Thanks to Galactic Fried Chicken as always. This is the Nightcap right here on BearcatJournal.com.
Sip.